Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Off the Bounce. I'm your host, Slam the Bookie. Got my co-host here, Alpha Dog Bets, Big Brain Bets. How we doing today, boys?
Doing well, doing well. Another big slate, big Wednesday, 10 games to get into. So it
Huge
is a
slate.
good day for me. How are you, BBB?
I'm good. Yesterday we had a short slate. Today we got a lot more we can dig into. But yeah, ready to just pound into today's slate.
Let's get it, man. Before we get started, as always, big shout out to Pure Wage for sponsoring the show, guys. We got a huge slate today, but a short recap for you. So we're gonna jump right to a quick recap. Let's go right into the early slate from yesterday. We got the Warriors versus the Nets. BBB had the Warriors plus 3.5 and moneyline. Alpha Dog took the Nets. I didn't have anything on this game, but man, the Warriors did their thing. Actually, Curry did his thing as always. Looked unstoppable. Man, what happened with the Nets, Alpha? I'm gonna let you explain this one.
They just couldn't get anything going in the second half offensively, and Golden State was getting everything going. Steph Curry dropped 37 points, had 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and Kevin Durant just could not hit a shot last night. In the third quarter, he kept dribbling down, heat-checking threes, trying to drive, fade, hit some shots. Could not get anything to fall, but it was a good call by BBB. The Warriors took it again. They're 12-2, and they just can't be beaten. BBB, great call. How did you feel about the game?
Yeah, I mean, it started out as a competitive game going back and forth, and, it looked like it was going to be a nail-biter sweat, just classic game. But second half, they came out firing there, and on the opposite side, they just couldn't hit much. Like he said, KD, wasn't his normal self. He was struggling. And we got to see some, just classic Curry where he was cooking. I believe he had 37 points. So, I mean, anytime you see Curry just have one of his games, it's always fun to watch. Just him it's electric.
Yeah, and it was a close game first half. It was a good game until, the third quarter. Third quarters is like Warriors game. And once they get going in the third quarter, it's pretty much over, man. And it was just Warriors ball. Third quarter, they were out in transition. Curry's making threes, but man, good job by the Warriors. Yeah, guys, let's jump right into the next game here. Sixers versus the Jazz was a blowout. Kind of thought might be a closer game, but looks like it was an easy blowout win for the Jazz, and the Sixers just struggled to score and play defense. So, did you guys have anything on this game?
I was on the 76ers last night spread. Thought they'd be able to keep this close and get it together at the end, but they could not get anything going offensively. If you look at their starters last night, the leading scorer was Milton. He had 18. Second leading scorer was Maxey with 16. And the third leading scorer was Tobias Harris with 12. If your top 3 guys are only putting up a total of around 40 points, not even 40, you just can't win that way. And the Jazz offensively looked fantastic, and defensively they clamped them down. BBB, what did you have in this one?
Yeah, I'd given out a play for either Maxey or Drummond to take their points over. Drummond, I'm not sure what was going on. I kept looking into it, trying to see if he was hurt, something. But I think Doc Rivers just either had a vendetta against him or something, because he played only 12 minutes. We was just seen over sitting on the sidelines, just chilling. I mean, yes, you got Rudy Gobert on the Jazz, who's just a minute down in the paint, and Drummond doesn't offer much outside threat, but he got a quick 6 points against them, and it looks like they just panicked and went away from him, and then it was a blowout. So tough one on that, but
yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Let's jump right into the last recap, guys. We had the Spurs versus the Clippers. I gave out Spurs plus 7.5. I don't know if any of you guys were on the Spurs, but man, I'm gonna go over these stats, man. I talked about how they had to D-up Paul George, man. He's been on a mission this season. Definitely top 5 in my books right now. He's the reason the Clippers are on this streak. They lost the last game, but they won this game.
Yep.
But yeah, man, he's a big reason. And they made 12 3-pointers yesterday, man. Absolutely. The Spurs had no answer for that. So it was a 9-point game in the last 2 minutes. I was kind of just like, okay, maybe the back door is coming. But then, man, the Clippers just kind of was making shots, and it kind of got out of hand. So, yeah, man, we're going to bounce back today. It's unfortunate, I guess, but Spurs are just being the Spurs. Did you guys have anything on that game?
I leaned the Clippers in this one, didn't have any official plays. This one to me was all about the bench of the Spurs. They really didn't have any impact in the game. The bench scored 22 points total for the game. Lonnie Walker was 2 of 10 from the field. The bench is what killed him in this one, guys.
Yeah, I
Paul
leaned the
George.
Spurs, but I just didn't want to pull the trigger on that. I think the Clippers are due for some regression. They don't have Kawhi. Paul George is playing out of this world. I think at some point they will come back down to earth. I just didn't have enough to really pull the trigger on this one and expect the Spurs to actually make that happen. But I do think the Clippers at some point will come back down to earth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think they've been playing maybe 6 games at home already, so I think that momentum is there at home. We're gonna see how they are on the road, though. They got a big road trip coming up, but yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on the next game or so, see how Paul George does on the road. All right, boys. Before we get started, big shout out again to Pure Wage for sponsoring this show, man. If you guys haven't already, give him a follow on Twitter. It's the best in the business. And as always, everyone's favorite part of the show, jump right into the breakdown, boys. Huge slate today, huge slate. So we're just gonna fly right through them all, break down as many games as we can. But let's start with the early slate. This one's gonna be pretty good, in my opinion. We got the Wizards at the Hornets. Line sitting at -1 Hornets. The number one Wizards, the number one Eastern Conference team right now, versus the Hornets. I personally like the Wizards here in this spot. I mean, they just been rolling. You got Bradley Beal back in the lineup. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be regression for the Hornets. They've been playing well at home, but will they hold up? And will their defense hold up here? What do you guys think, Alpha?
I do think the Hornets are going to get it done tonight. The Hornets have been playing some good basketball. They're home tonight, and they're 4-1 against the spread this season at home. So I do think they get it done. I think the Wizards are definitely due for some regression. They've been playing way out of their league, but I'm definitely going to be going with the Hornets. Give me the money line at a -115, and that might be one of my favorite plays of the day. BBB, what do you like in this one?
Favorite play?
Well, I actually like the Wizards today. I think that they've just been playing phenomenal ball. They are probably due for some regression. I just don't know if it's coming yet. And until I see that, I think I just got to keep backing them. They're on a 5-game win streak. They didn't have Beal, and they continue to just show that they're a dominant team. They play team basketball. They're defensively very sound. That's everything you need to be a successful basketball team. And I think getting Beal back will only help them today. The Hornets have shown flashes of being a really good team. And they very well might come out and just blow the doors off the Wizards because they've done that before to some really good teams. But they've also had games where they lose by 30 to the Kings. So it's, I'm just going to go with the more consistent team. I think the Wizards have just been really consistent this year. So I think they're the team that is the right play tonight. So we'll see.
One quick thing on this game, guys. One more quick thing. Do you think Beal being back in the lineup kind of hurts that team? They've had good chemistry. They've been playing great team basketball. Do you feel like adding Beal back to the mix, with his usage, his shots, all that he does, is that going to hurt the team in the temporary time frame until he gets kind of back into the full swing of things? Or right away, is he going to have a major impact?
Man, I think Bill being back in the lineup is going to be pretty huge. I mean, they get an extra offensive weapon. That Caldwell Pope's been playing well. Kuzma, Dinwiddie, I can't say his name. Spencer, I'm going to say his first name.
Dinwiddie.
I can't say his name, but they all been playing well, man. So I think with Bill being back, there might be concerns about chemistry and stuff, but I mean, they've been playing together and winning, so I don't think it'll be a problem here.
To piggyback off that, I agree. I think maybe there'll be a little bit of hiccups. Obviously, when you add someone with that high of a usage, it might throw a wrinkle into the way you've been doing things. But they were playing well, even when Beal was there. So I think. Earlier in the year. So I think, maybe they could start off a little slow and maybe that'll end up being the downfall of them. But I trust that, that Beal should be able to, have a smooth transition back into it. And, he's obviously a great player. And I think that, he can be an impact player tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Hornets are coming off a pretty impressive win against the Warriors. You got to think there's a potential letdown spot, man. But it is the NBA. So maybe these guys are professional basketball players, so but potential letdown spot here. Let's jump right into the next game, guys. We got a big slate. Let's do the let's jump right into the Indiana Pacers versus the Pistons. Line sitting at -6.5. Pacers. Pistons are off a lot. Both teams are off a loss. But Pistons are at home again. They're getting +6.5. I really don't like backing the Pistons here. You got anything on this game, BBB? You look like you do.
No, I'm still sticking to my guns. I'm not ready to play the Pacers yet. If I had to make a play, I think I would go with Sabonis points, rebounds, and assist over, simply because no matter when they win or lose, the guy he's always eating. So he's probably your safest bet if you like the Pacers tonight, which I think a lot of people do, especially since the Pistons have just been a god-awful team so far this year. But I would lean with a Sabonis prop. Probably his points, rebounds, and assist over is safest in my opinion. But I just can't get myself to touch the Pacers yet until
you have anything on the Cade prop, Cade Cunningham prop? Maybe he's been playing.
If I had to have something on Cade, I would definitely go under. He's just hasn't been consistent enough this year.
Agreed.
I mean, really with anything. I think
regression.
Yeah.
The total, I think, tells everything in this game. They're expecting this game to be a defensive game. The line's set at 204.5 right now. And I just don't see how you could take anything in this game. Indiana's been so inconsistent, and Detroit's been one of, if not the worst team in basketball. Them and the Pelicans are competing for that. So there's not many edges on this one, in my opinion. So for me, this is a no play, and let's get on to the next one.
Cool. All right, let's jump right into let's do this game. I think this line's a little weird. Pelicans at the Heat, line sitting at -8. I think 7.5 now at some books. This line is low. I don't think anyone's out for the Heat. Let me check. Bam is questionable. Jimmy Butler is questionable. Okay, makes sense.
They're expecting Jimmy to come back tonight. They are expecting him to play tonight. He's still questionable. Andre Iguodala was ruled out, but he is still questionable. They are expecting him to give it a go in warm-ups at least.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, this Pelicans team hasn't really proved anything this season. I mean, first half Pelicans have been pretty good. But they shit the bed second half, pretty much every game. I know last game against the Wizards, they didn't cover by the hook. They got hooked. But I mean, it was overall a good game. But I think the Heat have the Wizards on deck tomorrow. This is a back-to-back spot, so they're playing the Wizards tomorrow. This could be a potential look-ahead spot for the Heat. I end up sitting some guys just to rest them before playing the Wizards, because the Wizards are number one team in the Eastern Conference. So I mean, they
also play tonight too. They also play tonight too, the Wizards, though.
They do. But yes. I mean,
so for me, guys, should I give out a little bit of a secret here? I haven't posted this yet, but my fuck it play tonight is going to be from this game. So my fuck it play is absolutely a play on this game. With that being said, BBB, break it down first before I give out my play.
All right. For me, it feels like this Pelican team, they've been playing better basketball. They competed with the Wizards. They almost had that. They blew it. Like we've talked about, they seem to just melt. They're like this close to just being able to, complete a game and get a cover. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it today, but I'm definitely not going to put my, money in their hands to trust them to do that today. It's a large spread. There's a lot of questionable stuff going on with the Heat. I don't know who's playing. If Bam's a no-go, I really like the value of getting Valanciunas over on his points, rebounds, and assists, because no matter who he's been playing, he's been smashing through those. He's hit 7 of his last 10. I think he's in a great spot here tonight to be able to continue that, especially if there's no Bam.
Absolutely agree with you on that one. Slam, what is your play on this game?
For me, man, I don't like any games with the Pelicans, to be honest, man. And his line is a little fishy to me. I know that Jimmy is questionable, Bam's questionable, but I mean, if you were going to play this game, I would definitely wait and see who's all playing before. But yeah, no play for me, guys. Go ahead, Alpha. What's your lock?
All right, guys. So my fucking play is going to be the Heat tonight, guys. I'm taking it by the 8 points. Miami is currently 3-1 at home against the spread, one of the best teams in the NBA against the spread, and I think they win this game by close to 20, if not more than 20. I am waiting to hear a little bit more on the player injury news before I post this and make it official, but as of right now, my fucking play tonight is going to be the Miami Heat -8, which, to those who don't know, that means it's my favorite play of the day by far.
Nice, I like it. There you have it, boys. Let's move along. Let's jump right into the next game. Got a big slate today, guys. 15 minutes left. We're gonna knock them all out. So let's do this one. Magic versus Knicks. We always got to talk about the Knicks on this show. Lines at minus 11.5. If the Knicks do not blow them out tonight, they are shit. But anyways, the Magic have been playing terrible. Kind of like the Pelicans. They're just been getting blown out. You know, they beat the Jazz one time, and they just haven't come close to ever covering a spread. But it's another double-digit spread, man. I'm gonna let Alpha kind of break this one down, man. Alpha, what's your thoughts on the Knicks?
Man, the Knicks are a totally different team in the first half and the second half. Which team are we going to get tonight? They blew the Magic out in the first game of the season, and then a few days later, they lost outright to Orlando. So you don't know which team's going to come, and you guys know how I feel about big double-digit spreads. This one, to me, is not a play on the Knicks tonight, guys. Sorry to let my Knicks fans know. I think the Knicks get the win. I don't think they cover the 12 points. Julius Randle has not done anything to show he was deserving of that contract. And the Magic have been playing some decent basketball. 12 points is a lot. If I were to take anything in this game, guys, I lean the under 208.5. Knicks unders have been a gold mine the last 2 years, so anything, that would be what I'm taking. But I'm still laying off this game with so many other options tonight. BBB, how do you feel about the best team in the NBA, the New York Knicks?
Look, I think I agree so much with your analysis there. The Knicks, you know, they've one game they blow them out, one game they lose outright by almost double digits, I believe. I think that this has just got to be a layoff game for me personally until I can figure out what, you know, I don't know what's going on with Julius Randle right now, but he just doesn't look like himself from last year. Maybe he's not real. Maybe he's not what they thought he was.
That's not what I want to hear. Not what I want to hear.
But, you know, I'm not going to rule that out or anything. I'm just going to lay off this game. This will be a game that, you know, Knicks fans like yourself can watch and hopefully not be screaming at your TV and telling Julius Randle to stop shooting.
Let me tell you, I scream at Julius Randle every single game to stop shooting the damn ball. But tonight is one of those games. We have the Magic. Should be a win. I want to see the Knicks get it done, and I want to see them play a complete game of basketball. We'll revisit this tomorrow. Huge slate of Slam. Keep saying, let's keep this moving, boys, so we get as many games as possible.
Let's do I like this one. Celtics versus the Hawks. Line sitting at -5 now. I think it jumped. Yeah, it opened at 4. Now it's at -5. We got some questionable guys out. Ken Herter. Who else is out?
Robert Williams is out for Boston.
Yeah, Robert Williams is out. As you guys know,
that's a big out. That's a big out.
Yeah. The Hawks are a great home team, guys. What is it? 5-1 against the spread at home right now. They kind of just been getting it together, playing really good basketball at home. They're getting a Celtics team that is actually a good away team. So I mean, you know, Robert Williams being out, it's going to be it's a big loss for sure. But for me, I like the points here, man. I like Celtics plus the 5. I think I'm going to wait and see who's playing and not, because I think a few guys are questionable right now. But I lean the Celtics plus the 5.5, man. I think 5.5 is always like a key number for me for dogs, especially if
Wait. You're not taking the Hawks? A 5-0 against the spread as a home favorite. The biggest Hawks fan we've ever seen in the history of Off the Bounce is Slam the Bookie, and you're not taking them in a 5-0 trend spot against the Boston Celtics without their starting center.
I don't teams, bro. You know me. I always find that you got to find your angles. You know, I mean, I think 100%, it's a good spot for the Celtics. A good spot for the Celtics, man. They've been playing great too. I mean, 5.5. If it gets to 5.5, that's a lot of points. You know,
it is. It's a lot of points for
overall,
that team, especially.
I think it's going to be an exciting game to watch for sure. BBB, do you have anything on this game?
I don't have anything on this one. I just think there's too much unknown on this one. If I was going to take something, though, I do think I take the Hawks. Like Alpha said, this is the spot where you take the Hawks.
Gotta ride the hot trend.
I can't believe you're not on the Hawks, to be honest.
I know. Who's this guy? He went to Costa Rica. Now he's fading the Hawks. Yeah. But, guys, my play on this one, my play is the best play, I believe, on this game, and it is a no play. This could be the best game of the night. Both very good teams. Too many variables. Just too many variables with the unknown to the lineups. So I'm going to lay off. I'm pulling for you, Slam. Let's get you that winner, my friend.
For sure, for sure. All right, guys, before we move on, if you guys are watching this on Twitter or YouTube, please give us a retweet, give it a like, give it a comment. We appreciate all you guys. Thank you all for the support. And real quick, shout out to Pure Wage for always, helping us out, sponsoring this show, man. It means a lot. Thank you so much. If you haven't, please give him a follow. Let's move along. Let's jump right into the first primetime game tonight. We got the Lakers versus the Bucks. Bucks laying -9. That's a lot. -9. And you guys know the Lakers have just been playing terrible. No
terrible.
Team chemistry.
Absolutely terrible.
But both these teams need, I wouldn't say need, but a win would be nice for both these teams. Lakers, I think, sitting in the 7th spot. Bucks are in like the 11th spot. So a win would be good. A cover, but I don't. It's hard for me to pick a cover right now. But Lakers +9 seems like a good spot here. I mean, you guys have anything on this game? BBB,
there's not a chance
I'm over here.
Bro, there's not a chance I'm taking a single thing on the Lakers right now. They have looked like the worst team in basketball. Honestly, it looks like the Pelicans would beat them lately. After last game, Anthony Davis called out the team saying that they suck. Flat out, we suck. I mean, what else more do you need to hear? After the game, yep, he said that after the game. The Bucks desperately need a win. They're currently 6-8. They are going to be getting Chris Middleton, it looks like, back tonight. So that'll be a good addition to the lineup. And they need a statement win. They still will not have Brook Lopez, so Giannis will be playing at the 5. It's not his best position. We've clearly seen the team is struggling with him at the 5. But Bobby will be playing tonight. And with the addition of Middleton, they'll have another 3-point shooter on the court. So I lean the Bucks tonight, guys. It might be one of my official plays later tonight, waiting for a little more lineup news, but I definitely lean the Bucks in this one. BBB, what do you see in this one?
Yeah, I think a lot of people might think this is an overreaction line movement and stuff, having such you never see the Lakers as a 9.5-point dog. I think it's right though. I think I don't have enough of a lean to make a one side or the other because I think this line is probably spot on. I think they probably will lose by almost double digits tonight. They've looked awful.
Lakers?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they've looked awful. They haven't proved anything to me yet. If there is a game they are going to come out and bounce back, I guess it would be tonight. I mean, AD shoot everyone out, but I don't have enough faith in them to do that because I thought the same thing against the Bulls on primetime TV. Okay, here's where they show out, show everyone, look, we're but they didn't do it. So I'm not trusting them. They're not taking my hard-earned money. So this is a no play for me. I'll enjoy it. I'll watch it. If the Lakers win, that's great. If the Bucks win, that's great too. I just hope to see a good basketball game on this one.
For sure. Yeah, man. Both teams need a win. Both teams are in the bottom of their conference right now. So a win here would be great for both teams. But let's move right along, guys. We're almost we got about four more games. Let's do this one. The Kings versus T-Wolves. T-Wolves are actually favored here. -2.5. -2.5 across all books. I'm seeing Kings off a impressive win against the Pistons. I guess I wouldn't say impressive, but I mean they went out by 20. And the T-Wolves are the T-Wolves. They covered against us, but I mean they still lost. But I like the T-Wolves here, especially at home. I'm taking T-Wolves money line. I think they get this win outright against the Kings. Do I trust the Kings on another road game? Do I trust the Kings winning another road game? It's hard, but I think the T-Wolves are due here. They need back. They need to find a win here. So it's a good spot for the T-Wolves. I'm taking them money line minus the 130. But you guys have anything on this game?
I currently lean the T-Wolves in this one. They look great last game. D'Angelo Russell's really starting to shoot the ball well. And Anthony Edwards is really becoming the best of that class last year. I truly believe he's playing a lot better than LaMelo Ball. And I really think that he's the best in the class. And he's showing it early this year. The Timberwolves, this is a good line. If they continue to play the way that they've been playing, we won't be getting T-Wolves lines at home at -2.5 much longer. So take it while you can. Give me the T-Wolves. Give me it at the 2.5. BBB, what do you got in this one?
I lean Timberwolves, but it's not a game that I'm probably going to have any action on tonight. There's a lot of games on the slate, like a couple of these ones we're about to cover here that I have my action on tonight.
All right,
cool. Let's jump right. let's jump right into the second primetime game tonight, the later game. Dallas Mavericks versus the Suns, launching at 8.5. No Luka tonight. That's huge. Luka pretty much runs the whole offense, the whole team. I know Alpha wants to talk about this game because he loves the Suns. Alpha, I'll let you break this one down, man.
Man, the Suns are in such a good spot tonight. The 1 second here. The Mavs are going to be without Luka, like you said, and he really is that team. I've said this almost every time I talk about them on the show that I believe they have the worst second lineup, their worst bench in the NBA. And tonight they have a huge problem going into the Suns, who just keep winning games. I don't see how they lose this one. I like them at the 8.5 points. It is one of my favorite plays of the day. BBB, what do you like in this one? I know we're getting into your best bets of the day, so I want to give you some time on these.
Yeah, I agree. I think you broke that down perfectly. The Suns are hot. The Mavs, I don't think they have that much outside of Luka. I think we'll see tonight how much like this team struggles without Luka. That he really is like he makes that team. I mean, if you're looking for contract talks or something right now, this is where he's looking at their nudging his agent. Like, you see this out there right now, they need me. So I think Suns roll tonight. I think the Suns should have no problem tonight. They're playing some great basketball and they'll extend that win streak.
And we're not collabing it. Me and you. No, we're not collabing it because last time we got screwed at the end by 2 missed free throws. We're not doing it, but we are taking the Suns tonight.
Yeah, and I do. I forgot to say, but I do lean the under here, man. Especially with Luka out. Defense is they're gonna step up. So, but it's just a lean, not an official play. But let's jump right into the last game, guys. Bulls versus Trailblazers. Trailblazers are -1.5, -1.
Yep.
The Bulls have been red hot. DeMar DeRozan's on a mission this season, as well as Paul George, but DeRozan's just been playing amazing. The whole Bulls team, actually, this line is off to me, but I mean the Blazers are a great home team.
Yep.
What is it?
They are
5-1.
5-2. 5-2 against the spread at home.
That's good. And I like the Blazers here. I'm taking the money line. I think they're getting when they're at home, they're a different team, guys. I mean, they start off kind of slow. It's a little scary, but they find their momentum. But yeah, man, this Bulls team's they can't play well every game. So I think regression is gonna be gonna hit here. So I like Blazers money line.
Guys, I love the Bulls in this spot until I saw the line. The line is so off in this one that I just can't do it. And I can't fade the Bulls again either. I took the Lakers last game because the line looked off. And the Bulls just keep getting it done. But they should not be 1.5 point underdogs in this matchup versus this Blazers team. They've been one of the best teams in the NBA. So when things don't look right, guys, don't force it. 10-game slate tonight. Pick and choose your spots. But this line is definitely off, and there's not a chance I'm taking either side. BBB, what do you see in this one?
I think this is kind of a similar game to that the Warriors-Nets game. Everyone was like, there's just no way, like the Warriors can't keep doing this. That's how I feel with the Blazers.
He's taking
They've been playing. No. I'm taking the Blazers. I think the favorite is right on this one. It's a situational spot here. I think the Blazers, they're great at home, and they should continue to show out on their home court tonight. The Bulls, 2 great wins back-to-back. I think they have a letdown spot here, and they're human. They're going to show they're human tonight. So I like the Blazers.
All right, boys.
For sure.
You heard BBB, Blazers, and myself. But yeah, let's jump right to a best bets real quick, guys. We're starting off with Alpha. Alpha, go ahead. List your best bets.
I always start these off. I love it. All right, guys. Wade to LeBron. Let's get into it. Speaking of that, I'm taking the Heat -8. It is my fuck it play tonight. Told you guys that earlier. Absolutely love that. I'm also taking the Suns -8.5, and I'm taking the Hornets money line, even though my 2 co-hosts are on the other side. Gotta rock with the Hornets. Slammy, what are your best 3?
I'm taking Wizards +1. I like Celtics plus the 5. I'm waiting for it might jump to 5.5, but we'll see. But I like them at +5. And I'm taking Blazers money line. Wait, did I have a? Oh, I'm actually on T-Wolves money line and Blazers money line.
Is that 4?
That is 4. Okay, let's take
guys, special. No. You're not taking one away.
We're not
special edition. Okay. Slam the Bookie's giving y'all 4 picks today instead of 3. So let's cash all.
We got Wizards +1, Celtics +5, T-Wolves money line, Blazers money line right there. 4 plays, guys. BBB, close it out.
All right, I got the Wizards as well. I think they do well tonight. I got the Suns, so I got one from each of you guys here, and then I got my player prop lock of the night. I think Rubio over 5.5 assists. We didn't cover that game, but he's
lock of the year, bro.
Not lock of the year, but
I need a slide here for the lock of the night.
As always, found those odds thanks to the best in the business, Pure Wage. So check him out. He's the GOAT.
Yes, sir.
There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it.
Everybody. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, guys. If you guys are watching, please retweet, comment, like, show your support. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.
Thank you, guys.